Our next speaker, I'd like to call up now my good friend Frank Weldon. Come on up. Thank you very much. Frank Weldon, a little bit about Frank. He's the commander of the Queens County American Legion. He has had, he also has, I can't read my writing here, a long-standing record of service as the Queens County Commander and State Chairman of the Americanism Committee of the Disabled American Veterans, or DAV. I got that right, not the state. That's the most long-standing veterans advocacy and assistance group in the country. Actually, I met Frank working on the Memorial Day Parade committee, and we became good friends there when, you know, he spoke there and he helped with the parade operations. So I'd like to welcome Frank to the Queens Village Republican Club.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's a privilege for the American Legion to speak to you. I'm not going to hash on what we've all been reading. This is common knowledge. We're not looking to look back. We're looking for solutions. Give you a real quickie. This country was capable of putting a man on the moon. Why can't you straighten something out right here on Earth? Okay? Before I get into what the solutions are, I'm going to give you a little simple analogy. Here's a paper cup. Really doesn't have any weight to it. You would dismiss that idea. But if I told you stretch out your arm and hold it, in about an hour or so, you'll start to realize that this weightless little cup has weight to it. And if you held it for 24 hours, you would have to go to a hospital emergency room because your body would be so traumatized with the simple paper cup. Well, let's take a veteran that's come back from Afghanistan or Iraq. He's got all kind of problems. And he was promised, when you come back stateside, they're going to give you #1 care. Well, goes in, and the appointment takes, we'll see you in a couple of weeks. Now he's got a number of different problems. Oh, wait a minute, we're going to have to line you up with a specialist. So now, that time has elapsed over 3 months. Now, I'll give you a quickie. How many people in this room have had a toothache? Come on, we all had a toothache. Just think, Friday night, 10 o'clock, oh, my mouth. So what do? You call up and you get answering service. Oh yes, Mr. John Doe, we'll have you set up there for Monday. So you are going to be in deathly pain from Friday to 1 o'clock. And then when you get to the, well, we have to do this, and if you're a diabetic, we'll have to get a medical clearance, and it's a whole complex arrangement. When soldiers take an oath, they raise their hand and they agree to whatever the country asks of them, including an open check for their life. Should they not get the respect and that care that they signed up and they gave their heart to do? Don't we owe them the same? They're not asking for much. We have this money, it seems that we can give everybody in the world money. The same people that would kill you. This country was based on immigrants. There's nobody here pedigreed. I haven't seen a guy yet with blue blood except for this blue jacket. Okay? So, when people say we do not have a solution, it's a bunch of nonsense. First of all, you got union people working in these veterans hospitals. They don't care. It's almost like job security. Whether I take care of you or I don't take care of you. New York itself is not that bad if we go out and compare the country. Okay? I've seen people come out of Florida. I've seen people that come out from here, from there. You think this is all Phoenix, Arizona? No. We actually got a graph of the whole United States and where this problem is. It's your problem. It's everybody's problem. It's not the veterans' problem. I think when people come in and they go to work, you should treat those patients like it was your family, maybe better, because some young people don't take good care of their parents, okay? But when you go into a medical facility, you can tell how long that person's been lingering on his waist. It has that familiar smell. Now, you have a call button and you pull. What can I do for you? What's the problem? What's the problem? He's laying in bed. He can't move about like he would normally move. So now you question that. I have a daughter that's a nurse. And she's labor and delivery. She told me something 2 days ago that was very shocking. She works with another nurse that was actually married to a Marine. When he was deployed, she was pregnant in a VA facility. They treated her like garbage. They landed up closing the facility a few days later, not because of that incident, but other ones. People get complacent. You sort of, you know something, when we start to get to that point, that it really doesn't, you accept things. We should really look and start to put the hammer on people that take these jobs. You vote for them, they have a decent salary. If you ever look at how much those people down in Phoenix, Arizona make, you'd be very surprised. It's all over $250,000. This is, what I'm telling you is not me just talking. You can look up on the website and it tells you exactly and by name, not fictitious people. It tells you who, and out of that facility, I looked at all the money they pay, and it's a shame. It is a shame. The American Legion has now, this is a email and I had it printed out from 2 days ago. The American Legion has already put in legislation which expands on VA's existing authority to allow veterans to receive care outside of the system. In other words, I got a soldier here, whether it be a female or a male, because they're all inclusive. It's all one. We don't. She serves. She's a veteran. We now have a legislation out there where if the VA cannot take care of that veteran within a certain time frame, bingo, you go outside. I think that it should be your choosing. Do you like people telling you what doctor to use or what hospital to use? Why should a veteran have to ask? If you're not even taking care of him, he should be able to go out and get the best care. What happened to this country? We have a president on the first page of the Daily News. It's his picture, and underneath, chicken. Chicken! And on top, the Ayatollah Khomeini's turning around and saying, you're not going to do anything. You are not going to do anything. You know what that means? We've lost our self-respect. How dare you? If we got strong with these countries, and number one, I would think taking the United Nations and sending them out. Okay? The United Nations was a failure from the League of Nations. What'd they do? Change the name of the grocery store? It's the same nonsense. You got people that actually were encouraging some of our elected officials to sign off on number one. It's called ROE. Anybody in this room heard that? Rules of engagement. Rules of engagement means if the enemy is shooting you, you got to turn around. Hey, is it all right if I shoot back? I mean, come on, what are you, stupid? We have a president that'll go out and use the Air Force One. Bring his daughters and the whole group. I mean, it's great. But who the heck you think is spending the money for that plane? Huh? You're paying for it. You know how many security people got to go in there? That's enough money to take care of a ton of veterans. Why is it that we have veterans laying on the street? I thank God that in our county, I have a couple people, it's called dignified burials, where we get the input. There's a burial in the morgue, and he's going to be placed in Potter's Field because no one was there. The family, they don't know how to cope with this. So, thank God, I went to one. It was 22 veterans that was buried out here in Long Island. Let me tell you something, what a humbling experience. It was a drab, overcast day, and as we were going on 495, all we saw was firemen and policemen and flags as those 22 soldiers were being buried. Everybody forgot them. How serious this is, I'm going to give you, happened in Chicago. Soldier was over in Iraq, and he wrote his family, hey Mom, Pop, I'm going to be home within the next 2 weeks, and I'm going to be bringing a friend. Now my friend, he's hurt pretty bad. I'm going to have to feed him. I'm going to have to bathe him. I'm going to have to take him to his appointments. I'm going to be changing his bed. And I'll probably miss out on a lot of the things that we do as a family. Well, his mom's wrote back, says, dear son, you should really think about what you want to do. I mean, it's a nice thing, but just think about it. How much your time is going to be devoted to this. This is a lot of things for you to take on. You're going to miss birthday parties and everything. Well, the day that soldier was coming back, 2 policemen showed up at the door and said, is this your son? So, yeah, he's supposed to be coming home today. He's bringing his friend. I hate to inform you, ma'am, he committed suicide. What are you talking about? Right next to him was the letter that you sent him. That friend was your son. He was talking about himself. So, thank you very much. Go along with this legislation, put it down, call up people, let them know how important it is. Groups, when you're together, you become power. Power is in the people, always was. Thank you very much. God bless you.